A lot of these businesses, whilst they might be quite large overseas in their home country, when they start setting up a UK or a European office, they're almost operating like a small medium enterprise. So we can support them in some of the framework and some of the processes and how they go about things. Quite critically, one of the key things that's very difficult to articulate that we can help with is overcoming cultural differences. We've had one or two overseas companies where their managers perhaps are quite used to, in their own country, having a mobile telephone on when they're doing an interview. Well, that might be the norm for that company or that country, but over here, if an interviewer is taking mobile phone calls during an interview, then it can look quite bad. I think one of the other things is overseas companies may be a very strong brand in their home territory. They may even have a queue of people at the door wanting to come and work for them at every level within the organisation. But when that organisation lands in Europe, it may be that they've never been heard of. And these companies find it very difficult to overcome this understanding that no one is queuing at their door in the UK to work for them or within Europe to work for them. So what we can typically do is involve some publicity to try and at least get their name out into the marketplace, that they are this very large, robust, growing organisation that you too could be part of, and get their name in front of potential candidates that want to be part of that story going forward. So there are a number of practical points that need to be addressed as well. One of the things that can, or the main thing that can stop somebody accepting a job, is the time it takes to be offered it from the start of the recruitment process beginning. Overseas companies may have a number of stakeholders wanting to be part of that decision-making process. And before you actually get to the stage of interviewing anybody, you need to make sure that you identify who has the final hiring decision. They may not be based in the UK. How frequently will they be travelling to Europe to actually undertake the interviews? When those interviews have taken place, is there anybody else that they need to get some form of sign-off from back in the home country where the parent company may be based? All these things we've come across during the course of working with overseas companies as potential issues when it comes to making the final decision. So actually knowing what that process is from the outset is a key milestone in being able to move forward with the recruitment process in itself.